Alright guys, we were gonna try this, but we found out that the roots are on top, so we're going to transplant it. Actually guys, it has the color it should have. I'm going to de-seed it and then do a taste test. Alright guys, so what I was doing for over a minute now, I've been trying to see some of the hanging vines. Hi everyone, welcome back to Lessons from the Garden. I'm happy to see you. Now, last night when we were watering, we found out a melon was ripe. How did we know that? The smell of it. We were waiting for it to turn a certain color, but that isn't the case. Come along with us, all right? Come along with us to see what melon we are talking about. All right, so this is the melon we're talking about. It's called Kajari melon. It came out of the vine pretty easily. Actually, guys, it has the color it should have. So we're going to cut into it now to see how it looks. And this melon ripe pretty fast. And one of the best ways to grow it is to trellis it. So we're going to trellis it next time because there's some damages on it. But we're going to trellis it next time so that it can be protected some more. The knife goes through it pretty easily. There's a well-ripe melon. Ooh, a lot of seeds. So this is a Kajari melon. Alright, so I'm going to de-seed it and then do a taste test. So we're having Kajari melon for breakfast this morning. Looks a bit overripe, but that's okay. And it produces a lot of seeds. Look at that, just as half of the melon. Oh, this is a lot of seeds. It's a bit overripe for sure. Okay, so let's cut into it. Do a taste test. Alright guys, so we're going to make some adjustment when growing this melon. It was in a container with something else, so we weren't able to monitor the water content it was getting, especially when it was near to being ripe. So we're going to plant it up by itself and also trellis it so it's well protected because it's supposed to be a very, very sweet melon. It smells so good. So good, smells so good. And it just tastes just like a cantaloupe. Right, so we're going to make those adjustments and then We'll tell you about it in our next harvest when we do have another one on a new plant. It smells so good. All right, so we're going to put this in the fridge for it to cool, and hopefully it will have a little better flavor profile. But making those adjustments, we know that we'll get a better result. All right, guys, because the melon was so overripe, some of the seeds started to sprout. Can you see that? That little white part there. So I'm going to plant out all these 3 seeds. So we'll have 3 Kajari melon plants in about 2 weeks' time. And we plant those in individual pots and trellis those plants upwards. Alright guys, so what I was doing for over a minute now, I've been trying to send some of the hanging vines that were on the ground upwards. So trying to send them upwards so that when the vines do bear fruit, they are well protected and we're able to see them easily. Alright, so this is our DIY trellis that we made for the cucumber plants, and it is working out very well. So there are 3 cucumber plants on this trellis. So these are broken limbs from the tree that we had in the hurricane barrel. Alright, so I think we're set for this. So this is looking pretty good. Can't wait for it to fill up the space all over and the fruits just hanging on the vines. Alright, so I'm going to trellis sweet pepper plant, and then that's it. Alright guys, we were going to trellis this, but we found out that the roots are on top, so we're going to transplant it into a different pot size, or up pot it into a bigger pot. So it has quite a number of blooms, So I'm gonna try my best not to create any damage when up potting it. Alright, so this is it, guys. Alright. So I'm gonna backfill it with some soil. So what I'm doing now is to backfill. Adding some rabbit poo. Right, guys, so this is it, and we thank you for your loyal support. Thank you for liking, commenting, and sharing our videos, and also subscribing. Thank you for newer subscribers. We welcome you on board and continue supporting us. So you're encouraged to start that garden one container at a time. See you in the next one. Bye bye for now.